Happy Facebook Live Wednesday. Today's topic is my passion. I've always been interested in the brain. My first book that was never published was How to Build Your Brain at Any Age. I have mental fitness cards, which I'll pull one very soon. I've researched your miracle brain, triple your reading speed, super learning. I'm all about the brain. And as parents, I believe we are, hey, Mary is my favorite LMA family. It's a secret group that we're in. No, it's this, what is it? It's a mastery achievers class that helps our brains really break through the negative belief patterns. And I think as parents, we have the power to help our children's brains grow. And I really appreciate Mary being on here. So we'll just get right down to it. I believe the topic is what brain exercises to do as a family this summer. But to me, I think we can build our brain anywhere, anytime, with anyone. So as parents, these are just fun, short exercises you can do in the car. You can do during a meal, at a restaurant, at home. If you're waiting in line, that's a good opportunity because kids are like bored, waiting. So I actually did this while we were at a restaurant. My daughter and I were waiting for our food to be served. And I said, hey, can you tell me a sentence that does not have the letter E in it? So think about it. I want you to take the time to think of a sentence that does not have the letter E in it. So she thought about it. It's like, what do you want for lunch? That doesn't have the letter E in it, right? Because you can't use the word like the, me, see. A lot of words do have the letter E. So I was thinking about it last night, right? Do you want corn or carrots? It could be something crazy, such as, would you jump in pudding, right? It does not even have to make sense. But the objective is to get your brain to think creatively, get out of the box, and just stimulate those neurons, because a lot of time, right, we are just on automatic pilot, right? We think about 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day, and a large part of it are repetitive, negative thoughts, right? Or, oh my gosh, why did I say that? Oh, I still have this to do. And we just allow our brain to just, it's like walking chaos. Have you guys seen that movie, Walking Chaos? I recommend it. It's with Tom Holland. And it's where all the women in the movie, well, all of them die except one. But men can hear each other's thoughts. And I thought, can you imagine if everyone could listen to each other's thoughts? There'd be a lot of unhappy people, right? If you hear someone go, wow, why does she look so ugly today? Why is she so mean? But I deflect. My main purpose is to really get you to think about your brain, your child's brain. If you're not a mother, whenever you interact with someone, it's an opportunity to have a positive brain building experience, right? So sequence your phone number. I was doing these little exercises last night. I'm having a memory trainer in my pandemic parenting summit. She's from Israel. So she sent me some brain exercises, which led me down the rabbit hole for more brain exercises, more so than what I train my daughters to do. So let's sequence your phone number, right? Mine is 306-5374. So I did this with a pencil, right, on paper. But if you think about it, really look at your phone number, including the area code, and put it in numerical sequence. So 306-5374 comes out to 033-4567. I was like, how cool. The last four digits in numerical order is 4567. Then I thought, not only could you do your phone number You could do an easy one like your address, right? With little ones, you can say, why don't you put these numbers in numerical order? And they're like maybe 6. And you say something like 10, 9, 0, 1. Or even 3 numbers if they're little. But it gets your brain to think sequentially, which you normally wouldn't do unless you're making a recipe and following step 1, step 2, step 3. But this exercise, super easy to do. You need 0 materials except a number, right? You could do, hey, can you alphabetize? Well, words are I can't even speak today. Words will be alphabetized, and your sequential numbers will be to put it in a numerical sequence. So I do this with my students. I'll have them say the months of the year backwards, and they have to think about it. December, November, October, right? September, and sometimes they'll skip one. But whenever there's a list, you can always do a brain exercise with it. Okay, so sequence your phone number, alphabetize the word, alphabetize your name. So I did Karen, right? And you think Karen, so AEKNR. And I thought, wow, this is a fun one to do even with little kids. You can come up with a really short name like Tom or Anne, right? Then you get a little longer, Samantha, and they get to have, I always carry scratch paper in my bag and usually a pen, crayon. I have some writing instrument. But if you don't, then everyone in the family can double check whether the answers are right, okay? And it really doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. The main thing is your brain cells are being intellectually stimulated. That's the goal of this. So this is one of my favorite exercises I do with my students. When we have a little break, I ask them to name 5. Oh, Mary did that. Order phone number 1, 2, a whole bunch of 3s, and a 7, 8. Love it. Thanks for being an interactive participant, Mary. So this is a good one. I say name 5 sports, right? 5 colors, 5 adjectives. So you get to teach parts of speech. A lot of kids don't know their parts of speech. They don't know the difference between an adjective and a verb and a noun. And I tell them to do strong adjectives, not just like nice. Say something like humongous, or I give them an example, right? How would you describe a puppy? Would it be like a sad, fluffy, beautiful puppy? Or would it be an ugly, scrawny, black and white with purple spotted dragon? So get them to list the 5 sports, right? List the 5 colors, adjectives. I've done like farm animals, list 5 animals you'd find in the rainforest, and then they make a story out of it. So you can say, I just wrote something. I played with a bright red football, right? Or do you enjoy brand new dark blue tennis balls when you are in the southern coast of Africa? I mean, you can just make it up. But I really encourage them to make longer sentences, not just, I see a brown dog playing a red football, though, right? Because you need to use 1 sport, 1 color, 1 adjective. And it's amazing how creative like 6-year-olds are in making up a story. Then they have to remember what were the 5 sports, what were the 5 adjectives, what were the 5 colors. So if you even have even if it's 2 people, right? But if you're at dinner and you have a whole bunch of people, what a fun opportunity to just do a fun brain exercise, right? This is, I love this one. It's called the listening comprehension game. So you make pretend you're ordering pizza or placing an order anywhere. So I usually say, I would like a large pepperoni and mushroom pizza for half of it, and the other half I want spinach and olives. I also want a large Coke with a banana split on the side, covered with sliced macadamia nuts. You say it maybe once or twice, right? Because some kids will be like, wait, what? Can you say that? So I say it very slowly, and then I ask them, repeat my order. And it's really funny. Oh my gosh, I think I have someone on there. I just saw, sorry, I got a little distracted there. But try that. And you'll hear, I ordered pizza with olives and bacon. I mean, totally different. And I'll have a creamsicle as my dessert. And you think, wait, what? So then you repeat it. But sometimes the little kids will be like, well, that's because that's what I would order. And I would say, no, you have to listen to what I say and repeat it. So it makes me speak slower. You enunciate. Hey, Eo, try these brain exercises with your son. But it's really fun because you can do these exercises anywhere, right? In your car, like I said, during a family meal. If you have to go on an errand and you have to drag your kid along, you just need sometimes 60 seconds, right? To put your name in alphabetical order. Tell them, ask them, hey, what's your friend's phone number? Put that in sequential order. And then some kids will say, what is sequential, right? So you can do numerical order. You can do alphabetical order. You can say the months backwards. And my eldest daughter, she watched a Kids for Character video, and they sang the alphabet backwards. Do you know at age 25, she can still, says, hi, will do, or my employees. Oh, yeah, I think coworkers should do this. And just tell them, 60 seconds. Can you sing the alphabet backwards? Can you spell the word dinosaur in alphabetical order? Or if there's any name, right? Hey, can you imagine some of these names, Eo? Like my husband's middle name is Kalahua Makanoi Okalani. Try to alphabetize that. It's hard enough to write it, the regular way. Another thing, add up your phone number. So Mary, yeah, she wrote her phone number in numerical order. Just add them up. This is what I do when I'm in the store. I ask my daughters or whoever, hey, just estimate the total to the nearest whole dollar. And there might be like 10 items. You don't have very much time because you have to do it before the cashier says, and your total is, $27.84. So do fun things that are out of your ordinary schedule, right? So you can also, this is a good one. Name foods A through Z, right? Z could be zucchini. And it could be dishes too. So you can say, L is for linguine, N is for natto. Natto is a Japanese, they're fermented soybeans that smell really bad. Some people like them, some people don't. But go through maybe sports, go through boys or girls' names. I do pet names. I do all sorts of brain exercises in between my academic tutoring. Can you imagine? I always do this with my family, and sometimes they're willing participants, sometimes they're not, but I always say, just do this for 60 seconds. So my daughter did the no E in a sentence. So think about it. So Eo can say, Eo can go to Spain, right? You can actually ask a question or say a sentence without any of the words having the letter E. So I wanted to pick a card from this is really cool, they're called mental fitness cards. One of my pen pals actually mailed this to me years ago, 100 exercises for a healthy brain. But when I look at these cards, some of them are just basic exercises that anyone can think of. I like number 50. What things would you leave in a time capsule or a time box that would tell future civilizations what life was like at this time? So you have to think of 12 items that you would include. So when you tell little kids, it would be specific video games, right? Their iPad, their phone, and ask them. It could even be their favorite candy. It does not matter if it spoils because they will look at the wrapper, right? It might, and it really tells what was popular during that time period. Have you guys ever seen old menus? I found my dad, who was in Vietnam in 1964 when I was born, and I found a menu, and it had drinks, and a beer was, I don't know, like 25 cents. I guess if you did the conversion of the I went blank right now. You know, you have to do the conversion of the currency. So I have in my senior yearbook the price of a hamburger, the price of a pair of jeans, the price of, you know, all these items. And then you think, oh my gosh, you know, a burger was 65 cents when it was on sale. What can you get for 65 cents now? Not even a drink. But think about, I challenge you, okay, to ask someone, you have 60 seconds. It doesn't have to be 12 items. How many items can you say in 60 seconds that you would put in a time box? Sometimes I say it's not even reflective of today, but what represents them. And then you can have a good idea of what is interesting to the person, what matters to the person, right? Because if you want to put this in a time capsule, it shows you what is so important that the person would like to put it in a capsule and bury it. And it says a time box is often included in the cornerstone of the building. So think of at least 5 other places that you would like to put a time box, a time capsule, you know, that you would put it where it would be safe. So then you'll want to gnaw on fish sticks. It's a really good one. Mary, can you think of a sentence? But these are like fun, really, really fun exercises. Oh my gosh, it's been already 24 minutes. I'm going to end with games make brains. A little funny story. Do you guys remember jacks? You would bounce the ball, pick up jacks, and then it was, you know, right, there's 1 jack, and then you got to pick up 2, then 3. Well, my youngest daughter was about 7. I had no idea that this could be a dangerous game because when she picked up the jacks, I guess I had those sharp metal ones, and it actually punctured her finger. Tiny, tiny puncture, but enough to have a little blood. She goes, Mom, this is not a fun game. And she just threw the ball away. And I said, well, this never happened before. You know, we had the metal jacks. Now they have rubber jacks. They have plastic jacks. But I would introduce, right, Chinese checkers. A lot of these kids have never played board games, well, unless they're forced to. But remember, they had Trouble, where you have to, like, hit the thing, right, hit the little bubble, plastic bubble. There's Candyland, which my daughters would always love to do. Dominoes. If you have one or more of these, find them and ask someone to play with you. You can do the online version, right? People do solitaire. My daughter actually played chess online during the pandemic with some friends. Pick up sticks. Remember pick up sticks? You said go game. Yeah, there's so many fun games. And invite them to, oh, you know what was fun too? Chinese, oh my gosh, Chinese jump rope. And you could make things out of string, right? And just really get out of your comfort zone. You can do hopscotch with, I just saw someone have a hopscotch outline on the sidewalk with rainbow chalk. But really get out of your comfort zone and do crazy things that you never would have done, like an obstacle course in your living room. Use pillows, use chairs. I have a 5-year-old. When I went to tutor, he said, hey, Auntie Karen, you want to go through my obstacle course? I thought, how brilliant, right? Costs you 0 money, and the family has to do an obstacle course. You can do a treasure hunt, right? Walk around 10 minutes in the neighborhood. Who can find a pink flower? Who can find and you just name certain things. So that is my list of brain games, exercises you can do as a family, no matter where you are. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you at least attempt one of these exercises. If you do, please share it with me, and I would love to see how many people actually participate in these games, and tell me what your kids say or your coworkers. Were they receptive? Were they like, no, I don't have time for that? But I think all of us, even when you're sitting on the toilet, I invite you to come up with 10 animals that farm animals, which are different from rainforest animals, which are different from ocean animals. You get it. Just start making lists and see if the list that you come up this morning, how many of those can you remember at night? A really challenging one is to go to the grocery store or any store. Don't look at your list, but use the acronym, right? You need bananas, oranges, I don't know, toothpaste, dog food, and apples. Make a story out of them, right? The apples and the oranges were thrown in the air as you were brushing your teeth, and see how many of those items. Oh, thank you. Someone gave me a sweet compliment. So yeah, try it. Let me know your results, and follow me on TikTok, Letting Go with Aloha. I am on TikTok, parenting tip number 4 today, I believe. And I'm going to do all 100. Okay? I've said it out loud. I'm committed. But I also, my passion, guys, my passion is to build brain cells. Watching my mom suffer from Alzheimer's, knowing that I probably, right, I do have that Alzheimer's gene. I really make it a point to do some daily brain exercise, because watching someone lose their memory is not fun. So go out there, build your brain, help your loved ones build their brains, and I will see you next Wednesday for my 60th Facebook Live Wednesday. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about, any parenting challenges, anything that you think that other parents want to learn about, let me know. Thanks, guys. Have a wonderful, wacky, weird, productive, yet relaxing, stress-free Wednesday. Bye.